Cool Days Radio.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Free Talk. This is E.A.T and the wonderful Denzel. Today we have a special group of guests, very, very special to me. They're all men, so I'm the only female in my crew right now. Today we have a series of men from different parts of, I want to say the country, but it's down south.
All walks of life.
Yeah, all walks of life. Yeah. So it does work. Today's episode, I named it Man's Gotta Eat. And the abbreviation for EAT is Evolve, Act, and Thrive. Because when I think of a man, a real, like, black man, they have to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to feed them. Like, you know, and you know what I'm saying? Like, as an African girl, you know.
Yeah, I forgot mine too. We like to eat.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So, you know, you got to feed your man or your brothers or, you know, your cousins, things like that. They say, where's the food? So, you know, a man's got to eat. And 2020 is a new year. We're evolving. You know, we're acting on, like, what we want to do. And then we're thriving because we're going to make it, pretty much. So I want to introduce the guest that we have today. We can start to my left. We have Calvin.
Hello. Thank you for the opportunity.
How you doing? Thank you for coming. We have Marcus.
Yo.
Yes. We have Gary.
Yeah.
And we have Thomas.
What up, though?
Yes, and we have Jallo.
Yo, what up?
Yes, and I really just want to thank you guys, like, from the bottom of my heart for you guys coming in and just, like, spending time. Like, some of you guys flew out here, drove out here from West Bubblefuck, and, you know. And
we are amazing. In West Bubblefuck.
Right. Yes,
for real.
Right. And I'm, like, half sick, so, you know, we're going to make it through today. So, you know, tell me how your new year has, like, started, Gary. Let's go in.
So
right now.
my new year,
because I definitely saw that you
Yes.
you celebrated something like very monumental.
My new year's been amazing. I think I started my resolutions like at the end of 2019. I would say probably around like October, November. I just didn't really like my situation as far as like my finances.
Right.
You know, looking at, you know, as we're growing and we're evolving. I'm trying to buy a house. I want to accomplish certain things. So I was being more disciplined with my spending.
Nice.
And really was just like, all right, look, this is what I have is according to my debts. And this is what I'm going to do to accomplish that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so 2020, I would say like earlier this week, I closed out my very first debt account.
Yes.
And, I got another one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was love. I got another one that's, I know that it'll be closed by, I'm going to say, the end of February.
That's
you know
amazing.
What I'm saying?
Nice.
So it's just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, month to month,
Hell
man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just putting it out there, writing it down on paper, and putting in the work to get it done. So
yes. I'm going to go to you, Jallo. What are you, like, how was your New Year's going?
My New
You
Year's
definitely just told us what you got going on.
I mean, my New Year's is going well. Just like Buddy, I'm trying to, you know, cancel out my debt, which is one of the reasons that I also stopped drinking in 2020.
Yes.
Just because, you know, I realized I spend a decent amount of money on liquor at the bar or even when I go out to, like, parties and things.
Yeah.
So, you know, I cut out drinking for 2020, you know, and also to be a little healthier. So
That's amazing.
that's where we at with it for 2020.
Yeah, go ahead, Calvin. Let's go, because you know your voice kind of shook over here. How about you? Let's go to you.
My 2020 has been good. Nothing too new is happening right now. I think. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Jokes on me. I'm right now. The biggest thing is just my goal is the end of 2020. I'm leaving my 9 to 5.
come on.
Yes.
Come on. Come on.
Jesus, that is like, when I say double
I
dutch.
felt that deeply.
When I say double dutch, that's amazing.
So this is an all or nothing year for me.
Facts.
Yeah.
Last year is the most money I ever made in my life.
Wow.
With my 9 to 5 and my dumb ass talking about leaving it. Because
You gotta step out on
it's
faith.
passion at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. So I'm going all in.
Hell yeah. I'm here for it. All right, Marcus, because y'all killing it for real. I'm doing shit. Y'all got the right group of people. Come on
So
now.
for 2020,
once again, me and my wife, we're closing.
Come
on
on,
the
wife.
House.
Come on.
We're closing on the house.
Hello. Come on, wife.
It do. I'm getting used to it still. You know, we're only 4 months in.
I just love hearing a man say my wife. You know, it's just liberating.
So
Not for me,
we're
but
closing on the house February 20th. That's the target date for closing. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Also with my coaching, I coach rec football, and high school football. And so far, we've got 5 people into school. So young black men going to college.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we're trying to change the culture of the high school. It's an all-black high school. And this coaching staff, we've been there 2 years. We made the state semis 2 years in a row, and we're getting people in the school, which is the main thing. So.
Hell yeah. Okay, and last but definitely not least, you don't have to be in competition. Okay.
We got
cool.
calls already.
Just give us a second.
Let's see who's online.
Hello.
Hello?
What number did they call? Did she mean to get that voice?
My voice is going, it's breaking. So it's better. Hi, how are you?
Hello?
I'm sorry, boo. If you called, can you call back again? My voice is a little off, so don't mind them. They're laughing at me. So call back if you can hear us, okay? Okay, so Thomas, back to you. So how are you like celebrating, or just how are you like moving through your, first few days, months of the new year?
Well, I'm grateful. I'm blessed.
Amen.
Appreciate for being here.
God.
First and foremost, this year is it's all about vision. It's all about 2020. Everything we're trying to attack and everything we're trying to achieve. Some things I put in my broken down in my goal list and on my vision board. Make sure I'm getting this cookbook out and I'm having.
Yes.
Because like
yes.
we
Come on,
we're
cookbook.
trying to be more healthy.
Wait, scratch.
Come on, cookbook.
Yeah, it'll be out next month, like around Valentine's Day. So I'm trying to get us back to like relationships, cooking with Bay and stuff like that, because we got a lot of stuff going on in our lives and we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of connection no more. Everybody's kind of just like on that cell phone. Okay, you get Popeyes and Uber Eats. That's it. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
And I also just I've been retired for about a year from the Navy now, so now I'm actually.
Oh, thank you for your service.
Hey, no problem, man.
What's up?
I'm a school culture facilitator. At
You just do everything.
My old middle school I went to 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Because in Detroit, because a lot of black kids in Detroit, they get killed, they get taken off the street and stuff like that. So I'm teaching them how to, one, handle their anger and their behavior, because we got to change that stepping stone from them going to high school and just they gone.
Right.
So I'm teaching them how to, by talking to them, teaching them how to eat, teaching them how to do basic stuff, how to wash the clothes.
Right.
You can't be fresh. You can't be fresh and you out here musty and dusty.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Just a few things, just as far as black men, we need to kind of just get back into that emotion of just helping them like I was helped before, having that, not necessarily discipline, but just having a mentor, somebody can go to, because some people don't have that. They don't have. Mama got to play 2 parts.
That's a
what I'm
fact.
saying? So that's all I got going on right now.
It's gonna be dope. Okay.
There's
a lot of energy in this room. I love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of positive energy in this room, man.
I'm just gonna say shout out to me because
Put it together.
it's a beautiful thing.
She put the event. Moyatu don't put the Avengers together like
that. Honestly, what's going on? And I'm Captain America. Okay, so all right, so I'm glad that you brought the mentor situation up, because I did this on purpose. Shout out to the IOTAs, but I couldn't find somebody that was close to me that would come on short notice. All of you guys are in a organization within the Divine Nine, right? So we have Omega Psi Phi here. We have Kappa Alpha Psi Noops. We have Alpha Phi Alpha. We have Phi Beta Sigma as well, and I'm an AKA. So, and we have Sigma Gamma Rho. I got you over there, boo. So yeah, I just really wanted you guys to talk about fellowship and mentorship when it comes to being black men, because nowadays, as far as social media, we see limelight and we do see good things, like, but it's like kind of rare. It's like because of them, like, things like that. But how are you going to bring that back Like, how are you bringing that back? Because you have kids that you're putting in school. You have kids that you're, teaching how to do basic things. How do we bring back the basics as far as teaching young men to be men now in 2020? Because some of them value the wrong things.
Right. So I had these conversations with my seniors and some of my juniors too that I coach. And I was telling them in the social media age, it's better to do things offline. Some people do it to be seen. Like they'll film a whole thing like, hey, we're going to do service for so-and-so. But like when I came through in 2011, I mean, social media just started like popping then.
Yeah, barely.
And we did countless community service projects, but it wasn't seen. But the people that we connected with, they felt that, and they reached out to other people. And it was word of mouth then, and word of mouth spread honestly as fast as social media will
I feel like it's like, what were we doing back then? Because it's like everything is so.
We made connections. We
were very active.
You made personal connections. Right. Now you can just do everything. You can do literally everything through your phone. So, like he said, I talked to Mo about it last time. I'm finishing up my book. It's called The Lost Art of Verbal Communication.
Yes, but
it's about technology, the infiltration of technology into the society, and how it's split and deterred each other from another one. So I've witnessed people at lunch or dinner, and it's 10 people at a table. Everybody's head is down.
Yes, that blows my
mind.
So I'm like,
all y'all gonna have neck problems, osteoporosis. All y'all gonna have all that by the time y'all hit 50, right?
And even just the mental capability of just, there are people when I used to go out on dates, right. Right. Okay. Hello. I'm saved now. So, no, but just the simple thought of going out on a date and the other person is on their phone and feeling as though that's okay, that they're on the phone while you're trying to figure out what their favorite color is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, do I have to DM you to figure out who you are?
Text you.
You know what I'm saying?
You sent me
hey, look up. It's crazy that whole social media, it's a good thing when it comes to business and platforms and things like that, but it really is harming social skills. Yes. Especially you guys being parents, right? All right, so right, well, it's coming. So
it's coming.
Oh, somebody's calling. Give me a moment. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yes. What's going on?
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, very fast. What's going on, girl? Did you?
What do you guys think about social media and dating?
And babies?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm literally just talking about it right now. That's perfect. So you can stay on the phone with this. So my question is for the fathers that are here. I'm a mother as well. The first thing that kids do nowadays is that they have their parents' phones. They're on YouTube before they can even read. Right. So it's like their social interactions are becoming lessened because it was not too long ago that we were kids and we were outside and, go outside, go to your cousin's house, go do this, things like that. How are you guys incorporating social, interactions with your kids and minimalizing social media platforms, YouTube, things like that? How are you doing that?
So I say that it's all about balance. The kids gonna find a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether you let them do it or when they go to their auntie house or grandma house, they gonna find a way. But with Jemiah in particular, I definitely keep her active with her cousins. She has siblings. I keep her in sports. You know what I mean, like swimming and karate, where she has to engage other people.
Right.
She's just a social being in herself. So she loves people. She likes to make new friends at the playground, stuff like that. But I would say the biggest thing about YouTube is just I have to peek in every now and then and
right,
watch
it's
what
so
she's watching.
it's so easy for you to do your own thing, and then just they're just flipping and flipping. And next thing you know, they're watching zombies killing a cat.
I mean, so a lot of these people that's putting up these YouTube videos for these kids kids hear cursing all the time. So I don't really get bent out of shape about cursing, but what is the context? Like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
Y'all know, like, not too long ago and still now, there's certain videos out there that's teaching kids how to kill themselves.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, teaching them to do certain things to harm themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to be in the know. You
right.
have, what you watch? You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? Like, what
Facts.
you looking at? I go into history and like, yo, what you looking at?
Right.
So, but it's a balance. Like, they're gonna find a way, and then being there and having conversations. Like, I ask her all the time, like, why do you watch this?
Right. Yeah, the
what
conversation,
like
and I do like, just to add in on that, because I find myself talking to my daughter more like in conversation. Like, we have to realize that these kids. Mama, are you still on the phone?
Yes.
Do you have a kid?
I do.
I definitely heard them in the background with no shade. So what is your main, like, do you have any concerns, like, as far as social media and your child? How old is your child?
My daughter is 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So she's active.
She's a preteen.
Yeah, so she has her own, not that they don't have their own mind, but she has her own mind. So if I can ask a question, because I have a daughter, what is it like for you to, because she has her own phone, I'm guessing?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. And okay, so when did you give her a phone? Because, I mean, it's crazy, but I'm not thinking about it. But just being in the know that this world is so crazy and that I can't be in contact with my daughter all the time because she's in school and she's not, like, with me all the time. What age did you give her a phone? Because I was in middle school, like 8th grade, and that was just a luxury.
Oh, I'm going to put things into perspective, and I don't know how old you are, but I'm 33.
Okay, I'm 28.
When I was 9, 10 years old, I could run an entire household. I was taking the bus across town, getting on the buses and things like that. And I think that I have really isolated my daughter and taken away a lot of those responsibilities that my mom placed on me when I was younger. And so I do not feel that my daughter is as resilient as I am, and it's a gift and it's a curse.
Yes, absolutely.
So I didn't get a phone till I was 16 almost 17 years old. And my mom would take that phone from me all the time.
Oh, yeah, girl.
On that phone, I did not have access to the internet. The internet was completely different when I had that little block Nokia phone.
Girl, I had that too. That's what I was just about to say. I was just about to say that silver block Nokia phone, girl. I definitely had that. And
that's
the
only
mad.
thing you could play. No social media.
That before and after 7 o'clock. Yes, absolutely. So with you saying
phones today are completely different. I remember when I needed my mom, I had to page my mom and have to wait for her to call back.
Wow.
If I would have had a cell phone at that age to be able to reach my mom immediately rather than trying to page her, call all of her friends, remember the friends' numbers. Look here that has the numbers where the pages where these numbers were written down. Having a cell phone back then that just made a phone call just so that I could be able to connect with my mom my world would have been completely different. But today, these cell phones, you can do anything with a
that's
cell
the problem.
phone. I can track your location. I can connect with people. And so I think that the way that our kids are using the phones today are not what our parents intended them to be. But because those are the phones that they're making, and they're far, you know what? Those little flip phones are cheaper than a smartphone. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't know the last time you've been in the store, but the reason the flip phone still exists is because you have people who are going into government buildings and who work construction who use those phones, and so they're durable. They don't have any features, but they're durable. They go last forever. And so I wish I could get my daughter one of those phones, but that's not the case. But to answer your question, to go back to the question, my daughter is 12 years old. She's had access to a cell phone since she was about 10 years old. And I can tell you that we probably never passed 30 days with her having access to her phone. that she doesn't do something on her phone that tells me, okay, I got to take it away now. I got to take your phone away because you're being inappropriate. Your friends are having inappropriate conversations on the phone. What are you looking at? You know, trust me, I've downloaded the parental apps on the phone so that I can see what she's doing. But these internet predators are smarter than us. They play games, and they're going inside of the games, talking to the kids, acting like they're kids. And my daughter don't know no different. She had a guy ask her, "What do you like doing for fun?" She said, "I like playing with my games." He said, "I would like playing with you." And she said, "What kind of games do you want to play?"
That's too much.
And he said, "I want to eat you out." She said, "What? Eat you out?"
Oh wow.
That's like a dad's worst nightmare in this
wow.
show. My man ready to fight and he not even in the situation.
Yo, let me jump in on that.
Damn,
So I work at a school with a lot of middle school, right? So I talk to them. A lot of the girls, you know, they downloading stuff like Snapchat, TikTok. And they be surprised like, "Oh, Mr. Fields, how you know about that?" The thing about it is we have to control the level of access these kids have. Because the thing about it, it's a different level of learning responsibility and to let them know what they're in for. Because when we was back in the day, we had the chirp, we had you know, we had the two-way. So you have to digress, taking it back to like where, okay, what access can I restrict for them to learn to be able to have it, so I can trust you with the responsibility, so I know how you can perform when I'm not around, to have that integrity about yourself.
But there's no boundaries that you can put in for, like, how
it's not necessarily boundaries, but the thing about it, we as millennials, we have this thing where we know the difference from hard work, and we know how the difference in how technology is.
Right.
So the thing about it, we had to be creative in such an instant, like, okay, hey, let me show you how people can get into your business and on Snapchat. Let me show you how people can be creeping you out on TikTok. I'm like, is that what you want?
Okay.
And then you had to have that conversation to be like, no, I don't want to buy. Like, you want some old man? Are you trying to be your Splendor daddy?
Facts.
I was like, is that what you really want? And I talked to these young ladies because I talked to them on a level like as if they were my daughter.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, Mr. Fields ain't trying to be no snitch. I ain't trying to.
And I was just about to go. Mama, I really appreciate, like, literally you calling in. I don't know.
Yeah, sparked a good conversation.
I really appreciate your conversation. Best of luck to you and your beautiful daughter. Please tune in again next week and the week after, because I really feel like you would be a very good asset. Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, my love. Bye. So with you talking about talking to younger ladies as a father and stuff, what is that line? That, because when I was younger, I had mentors that, like, my mentor was a male, like, you know, all men, because I used to go to a rec center, and, you know, that's where guys are playing basketball, things like that. So I look up to the men, and they gave me that advice for me to be a young lady. Like, that's not right. Don't do that. Like, you know, things like that. What is the difference between back then, when you can openly tell a girl don't do that, versus now, where it's like there's a whole pedophile world, and like everything is so sensitive, and, you know, how do you?
Right. Now,
you know,
it's
sorry,
funny,
y'all. I'm just gonna get more interesting. I just really gotta.
It's funny because when I came in there, you know, it's really about building rapport with them, because you can't come at the kids like how we used to come. Hey, what you doing? This and that.
Yeah.
So me, I'll be like, what you doing, shorty? You got your ankles out, you look ass and stuff, to be able so they can feel comfortable.
Yes.
Because the thing about it, I'm 6'5", 280 pounds. When I'm coming to look at somebody, you know, walking my door, they can be like, hey, what you doing, big brother? What you doing? I'm like, hey. But when they feel comfortable to come talk to you, you have that level of access. Right. Then they can feel comfortable talking to you to communicate. Because the thing about it, we really didn't have that access to communicate with our parents. It was like this or that, or it's nothing.
Yeah, right.
We sometimes, being as parents, we want to be better than our parents, but we want to kind of be friends with you, like, oh, I feel you, know, hang out. But we have to understand it's a level of parenting before friendship. I don't care how you feel about it, but this is what's going to happen, because I don't want you going this way.
Yeah.
I don't want you going that way.
Yeah.
So the thing about it, we have to engage with them to be able to let them open up, because they so locked in and like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Nope. You making me hurt. You feel them hurt my feelings. Nope. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, because my daughter she is pressed on you hurt my feelings.
Like,
you know Denzel all day. She will stop everybody.
She'll
like,
cry for a good minute.
She will stop and say, you hurt my feelings. And have you like looking like stupid.
And that's something just about building that simple rapport. So that simple rapport, like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's a touchy, thin line situation because I'm in the school and I got a lot of young females that's in there. And they be like, oh, Mr. Fields, you on Snapchat? No, I'm not.
Right.
It's a boundary you got to set, but they had to feel that. Like, hey, you being on Snapchat, make sure you're being careful. I like then you have to give them that. It's almost like you got to let them hang themselves in that sense. You give them enough to like, dang, I messed up. Dang.
Yeah.
I'm like, did we talk about that? I was like, well, let me know. This is going to happen. This is the consequence. This is a cause and effect type of thing that's going to happen.
Right.
Either you're going to do what I tell you to do and follow the instructions that I give you in the outline that I give you, or it's going to be taken away. Because the thing about it, back in the day, it was a lot easier for us because it was like, soon as that's a wrap.
It's a whole wrap.
You on the phone? Who you talking to late night? Snatch the whole phone out the wall. You can't do that now. You got Bluetooth, Wi-Fi.
First of all, you can be on the phone.
You can be on the PS. Hey, what you doing? Hey, I ain't playing. Like I can't talk on the phone, but I'm on the PS right now. So it's different. So us as millennials, we've been introduced to all the technology first.
Yeah.
So we know what they're doing. They're trying to be slick. Like they slicking the paint. Oh, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to hit them with the text on the Wi-Fi code. Oh, change the whole password. Then what you gonna do? I shut the Wi-Fi down. It's a wrap. Yep. But that's just a level of access they would have to prove to you that they're able to handle themselves as a young preteen, as a young adult. Right. So.
Okay, so I'm still Captain America out here. I'm really proud. So we're gonna go to some music because I always forget that this is a radio show.
Yeah, conversation was good though.
Music, have a water break, shot break, whatever it is.
Shot break.
Right. All right. So this is Free Talk. If you want to call in and have a conversation like that lovely young lady did, I'm so proud of you calling in and have that conversation. The phone number is 240-720-5105. This is Free Talk.
Live.
All right, welcome back. So we took a little break, got some food, shots, water in our system. How'd y'all feel about the first segment?
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for being very transparent. All right, so I want to talk about ladies, right? So, okay. All right. Okay, so in this day and age, it's a little different for how we date. As being like, we're grown now. Like it's different. Like I really had to like figure out like how I like to date, or the people that I need to surround myself around as far as like men and things like that. So, Jalo, are you in a relationship? Is it technical? Is there a lawsuit?
Nah, it's I guess it's somewhat difficult. Like we're trying to get things back together. We've been together for like 4 years.
Okay.
So but we've been like broken up for like 2 months.
Okay.
So we're still in that middle phase where we're like, all right, how can we figure out a way to kind of make things work?
Okay.
So like I'm kind of in limbo.
Yeah. Okay, so with that limbo, do you feel like some relationships like they hang on to each other because of time?
I do definitely believe so. It's like once you invest so much time, it's hard to kind of just walk away and start over brand new. So I think a lot of decisions that we make when I guess broken up or thinking about breaking up, like time does play a huge factor. But I mean, it's something that also can't just be ignored or washed away easily.
Okay. Gary, so you're single. Okay. Yes. All right. Yes. So with dating nowadays, what are some like hesitations that you have as far as like stepping out on faith with a female,
So shockingly, my situation is kind of similar to Jala's, where I'm freshly out of a relationship. However, I'm still very connected to that person.
Right.
Where I wouldn't mind figuring things out with that person, but as of right now, we are two separate entities. And being myself, I guess I'm in a rebuilding phase, or you know what I'm saying, just more so a inward phase.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, self-love.
Absolutely.
Let's focus on me.
But okay, so with that, right? Because remember there was a time where because me and Gary are friends. Like he's my brother.
No doubt.
And remember it was like a time where we were broken.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like we were really broken, and it was like shit. It was to the point where we would send like games, like the games on like iPhone or whatever, like just get me through the day. You know what I'm saying? Like for times like that, like are you in that moment?
So I would say I am in a healing phase. As far as being broken, no. The sadness of the relationship coming to a close. And then I can't even really say that it's at a full close, but the relationship coming to an end and us walking different paths, it is a place of just looking inward. You know what I'm saying? And all right, what are some things that I need to correct about me?
Is it something that you can't do with another person?
I could do it
because
with
a lot
person.
of times, like with me, I was saying I can't be with a person because I felt like I was toxic. Like as far as I actually
asked that question. Like, was I toxic in any way? Because I know in relationships past, I have been toxic. You know what I'm saying? But me today and who I am today, I know, I've grown a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that same person that I was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So today, when it comes to dating, when I look at a woman, you have to have a certain level of maturity about you.
Right.
But if you're going to even have a conversation with me, because I have a 9-year-old daughter.
Right.
I'm looking at how you move. What are you about? What do you do? What is your relationship like with your family?
Facts.
Who are you as a person? It's interesting. So in today's world, women approach men. You know what I'm saying? So the type of females the type of females that may approach me, I will sit back and evaluate, like, are you for me, or is this just like something fun? Right. You know what I'm saying? So if this is something fun, I'm gonna let you know that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like having something serious, having something solid with a person, you really have to know more about like what is this person morals. You know what I'm saying? What do you stand for?
Okay.
And ultimately, I gotta know, like, are you gonna be a good role model for my child?
Right.
Since she lives with me.
Absolutely. So Thomas, seeing so that you have a child and you're in a relationship, right? So there are kids involved, right? And I have the same situation, right, where there's kids involved. When do you feel as though that it is a right time to try to at least attempt to blend your family? Because I don't know for you, because we have the same age kids, right? With my child, she of course she knows her father. She's around her dad and things like that. But there's another person that's with me. You have to sit down and explain that to that person, to the child, because they see. There's no there's no way around it. They'll even straight up ask you. So when do you feel as though it's like the right time for everyone to like meet each other, or try to, maybe I think the word is blend.
Right. For the thing about blending, just looking at the word is blending ingredients that's cohesive with each other. It starts off with a simple question. I have a son. My son is very, very hip.
Facts.
So it'll be a simple question like, hey, you want to go on so-and-so? You want to go with me to so-and-so so we can go talk to so-and-so? He's like, yeah, that sounds about fine.
Okay.
It's a simple question. Because it's either yes or no. It don't matter what you say because you're going to go anyway.
Right.
But I want to give you the opportunity to see how you feel about it.
Okay.
Because the thing about it's just about understanding how your kids feel as you introduce them to somebody else. Like, I've been the only child all my life. My mom said once you came out this coochie, that was it.
That's, I mean, honestly.
So,
hey.
me having...
I'm on the same... I'm on the same train.
So, and that's...
Hey, Mom.
And that's for a man trying to, getting ready to blend for another child. It is your responsibility and your duty to make sure you do everything better than what was not provided for them. So it's another conversation that you have to have, like, hey, I'm going to be in your life. I want to know how you feel about that.
Okay.
Is it okay we talk? Can me you go get some ice cream? Can me you go kick it real quick? I just want to get some stuff. I want to let you know how I feel. Because the thing about as a man, we're not so open to how our emotional intelligence and how we communicate, especially if we communicate with a oncoming daughter. Son is different. What's up, man? Everybody gonna pay attention? What's up, dog? Everybody play basketball? Okay, cool. But as different as a man, it changes you when you have to communicate with a female. Yes. Because they're more logical. They think about stuff and they remember things.
Absolutely.
So as a man, you have to make sure you know what I'm saying, your word is your bond. Yeah. If I say, hey, we're gonna go out, hey, let's go get our nails. I'm gonna go talk real quick. I need to get you in an environment where I can learn you, I can know you, so that when it's time to blend, the blending is just seamless. So that way you're not just overly like, well, I don't feel comfortable around, because the girl's gonna let you know, like, I don't really feel comfortable around.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to go, and it's a different situation. Like, I don't have a daughter, but as you know, what I'm saying, being into a blended family, I have to understand. I have to adjust how I speak, my tone, my you know, what I'm saying, just how my body language is to let her know, like, hey, I'm here for you. Let's talk. I'm gonna be your friend, but I'm here for you, and I understand you. I want to know what you're thinking.
Facts.
Can we have this conversation? And then as you continue to blend our family, because there's going to be different levels of blending and getting opened up into understanding how, you know, the kids feel together. And you have to be able to give that option to them, like, hey, you know, it's going to be different. You got an only child here and an only child there. There's certain things that's like non-negotiables, and there's certain things that you have to negotiate. And that's all of a sudden, to sit down as a man, you're supposed to dictate what is going to be negotiable and what's not. And then you have to be that person that's delegating that type of order in your household. Because the thing about it, if you sway away from doing what you need to do, especially like you having a daughter, Gary, if I say, hey, if you get in a relationship, you got a son, something like that, hey, we don't do this and here. That's your word. That's your bond. That's going to have to regulate, because we as men had to set the tone. We had to set the foundation, because if anything sway away, they need to be dependent on us no matter what happens.
Right.
If I say you can't go outside at 9:30, you don't go outside at the 9:30. Period. I was like, if you go past what I say, it's going to be a different conversation. And we don't have to raise our voice, because think about it. I know working at the school with girls, I know I got to watch my tone and how I am, because they're scared of me just naturally when I first came in there. I'm just, you know, I'm nice. I'm like, you know, I'm not going to do nothing to cause you any harm, but they have to know that, because think about it, we're not, as I hate to say it, a lot of black men, we're not as visible in the family as we should be.
Right.
But that's all going to change. And that all comes with commitment and consistency. With commitment and consistency, you can go so far with a young lady, because she's going to know that she's like, you know what, I can count on him. He gonna be here.
It's got to be the shirt.
It's
got to be your shirt, because you're giving straight knowledge.
I've learned.
It's the
Real
shirt,
talk.
y'all.
He got
so
niggas
much.
engaged.
I've learned so much.
All right, I'm over here like.
I've learned so much working in that school with these.
I feel like if you listen back to this, all you're gonna hear is
But I've learned so much working in the school. I never worked in the school before, and you know, being in the Navy, I had to work with a lot of younger people, but I've seen how they are. I mean, some of these parents, they don't know how to be parents.
Oh yeah.
And like they yelling at these kids and screaming at the kids, so that psychologically messes you up. So when they see me, it's like, it's a comfort, like, oh man, come talk to Miss Field. Let me.
How do you be the middleman between the parents and the kids, knowing that the parent is the problem?
Now this is a trick, right? Now I had one kid. He's very, very. He has a lot of anger issues, right? And we start talking, and he's in like second grade, and he's very like knowledgeable. And, you know, so I'm like, hey, man, can you do me a favor? Just draw me a picture so I can put it in my room. I want to have, you know, something that you do in my room. Whatever. He's like, cool. And then he just started talking. Yeah, my mom be cussing me out. Bitch ass nigga, get your out. I was like, whoa, what?
Wow.
So now I know I can't yell, because I try to be that authoritative. Hey, get up out of class. Get in, you know. So I'm like, hey, man, come talk to me. Holler at me, man. Hey, man, what you doing in class? What you learned today? What's going on? It's a simple conversation. Right. And it all regulates on our tone, because as men, especially in our age, we come from parents that really dictate. Hey, get your ass in the house. Get up there, get that phone.
Absolutely.
So I think we have to adjust, because things are changing, right. And we have to adjust as men to be able to allow to open up emotionally, not as like, you know, we soft or something like that, but it's a understanding, because our emotional intelligence is not the same as a female. So when we open up and understand, we can get a lot more information, because you have one mouth and two ears for a reason. You never judge, you know what I'm saying, somebody based on a story if you never got past the cover.
Well,
I can never tell you something until I get to know you and understand you, so I know how to move and finesse my way, whatever I need to do. That's the next step going forward.
Well, Jesus.
That was a lot of knowledge.
I feel like I'm a better father already. I ain't even got no kids. I'm over here listening like, I bet. So, Jalo, when you have some kids, you know, you got to do a lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? You can't be chasing these kids.
Facts.
I'm learning game already.
Facts. Okay, so, Jalo. You don't have kids yet.
Nah, no kids.
Oh, we have the starting pack. Right. We have the starter pack for a kid. Okay, so have you dated a female that had kids or a kid, or would you?
Would I? I don't want to seem wrong, but it would all depend on kind of how old the kid is. Like,
okay.
I feel like if I were to date someone who like had a kid that was like a teen or whatever, it would just maybe just me, but I think it'd be so much friction because they already feel as if they're grown enough, like that they wouldn't want to accept anyone outside of their father.
Wow.
You know, I guess given the circumstances.
Okay.
Trying to exert dominance.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think I would.
So
date
you're here
someone.
for newborns.
I mean.
You're trying to mold life.
I mean, if I'm stepdaddy, you know what I'm saying? It's a little easier.
Birthing babies.
But yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So I wouldn't mind dating someone, I guess, like maybe like probably a 3-year-old, because you know, like too young of a child, you know, you stepping into too much responsibility.
Right.
For real. Yeah, and I mean, I ain't got a kid, so I ain't ready to be a father yet. You know what I'm saying? So I really wouldn't want to step in while a child is a toddler or anything. And I would expect that the mother wouldn't want to bring someone in that young into their child's life for real. Because I mean, they still, you know, learning everything about their child.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think they'd be willing or I guess ready to throw someone else in the mix. But I have somewhat dated someone with a child. He was probably about like 4, but this is like when I was in college, so I mean it was just kind of like all fun and games. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was just fun and games
facts.
for me for real. So
Right.
Like,
right. Okay. Got it.
yeah.
Got it. Facts.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
So
I would never see him during the daytime for real.
Right.
Like,
You
if
saw
I
he
come
was
at
going to
night,
bed.
he in
Yeah, he was going to bed. Got it.
He had his night music.
Right. Got it. So Calvin.
I gotta follow up with that.
Make sure you come over after 10.
All right.
Don't make no noise.
Right. At all.
Not sleep yet,
So
girl.
Calvin.
Wait an hour.
All right. So you got married first before you had a kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're the one regular one here.
Narrow.
So.
He's a regular one.
There's no right way though. I'll start with that. Everybody,
Right. No,
everybody
because
has
I
their
was
purpose
literally
in
going to
their
go
path,
into
yeah.
that. So, all right, having a kid and, you know, you're married and stuff, what are the like the factors that you have to put into your marriage to keep everything like, you know, circulating? And because I was really proud of you when you said that you were coming up here and you said that you were going to find stuff to do for the lady and stuff, you know, like, because you have to keep, you know.
Date weekend, yeah.
You said he was
absolutely,
a date weekend. So, like, what do you have to do, like, as a man to make sure that you're keeping that fire and you're keeping everything afloat? Because as women, of course, it is 2020, but we're still looking to you as the captain, you know, of the ship.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yes,
Yeah. She finished her test.
Hey, feel free to hop on the mic.
Look at my best friend over there.
That's right.
Come on.
Shout out to
Nah, but it's two-sided. What she hates is that I live by my calendar. Like, if you look at my calendar, you're like, Calvin, why are you living this way? But my calendar is what keeps us together. Chance is number one. My son is number one, no matter what. He's number one with anything for our scheduling. Besides that, it's just keeping it fresh. Like, I still grab her booty. I still come up with
That's
what's your
right.
name. Like, so I think the biggest thing is just keeping it fresh. That's what keeps us the way that we are. Like, we say since we have a child and he's with us all the time, at least 1 weekend a month, it's mandatory that he goes to grandma and grandpa.
Right.
Like, so we can still get our groove back. We can still date. We can still court each other. And we make it mandatory, or I'm making it mandatory for us now. Like, even if he's away, we're not just going to be at the house chilling. Like,
Right.
We need to date. We need to go somewhere. We need to go take a fly pic. Like, even if it's not going for the gram, I want you to feel.
Okay,
the
y'all give a nice 5 pick.
Right.
Like, I want her to
Y'all
feel.
give a nice little 5 pick. Okay. Kill me.
I want her to feel the prettiest possible. I
Yeah.
want her to feel as comfortable as possible. So the biggest thing is just making sure that it stays fresh. So
Absolutely.
I want to feel like 2010 and 2020.
Oh, love. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, so Marcus, you are also married, and but you're newlywed, right?
Yes, 4 months.
So, you know, and Calvin, you said 7 years.
Going on 7 years.
Jesus is
Sheesh.
great.
Damn.
7 years ago.
Jesus is
I ain't gonna say what was
amazing.
going on 7 years. I was not ready for a marriage.
That's amazing. Actually, I'm going to come, like, I want to be between you guys. All right, so what is the difference between, okay, so you were married 7 years. What year? I'm terrible at math. Don't care about it. I talk.
Yeah.
What year did you guys get married?
2013.
2013. All right. So what is the difference being married back then and having
social media?
Yep.
Social media, right?
It's different.
Like back then, like Facebook, you had to have a college. Yep. You had to have a college email to even be on Facebook back then, or a little bit around that time. So I think that's the dynamic. I'm sorry, I didn't want to break the question, but
no, go for it.
I think that's the biggest thing of being married. Like those that are getting married in the recent years compared to now. You don't want to compare yourself to others on social media. Everything, I hate to change every subject to social media, but that's what I do. But
I mean,
like,
it is, honestly.
that's a huge effect on what's happening. We have to still separate ourselves. I'm on social media a lot because I run a business through social media.
Right.
But also, I don't want to hide my relationship through social media because that's the biggest platform for her to know that she's never hidden away. So my DMs are crazy, but it's not crazy off of females. My DMs are like, hey, can I get a shout out?
Right.
My DMs are, hey, let's work, bro. Like I get the homecoming talk. You know how everybody.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But that's what my DMs are like. I want her to feel comfortable with what's happening all the time. So I think that's the biggest thing that separates us from the 2018-19 marriage.
And then going back to you, who you just got married last year, so
fresh.
It's very fresh. Congratulations once again. It's amazing. How do you keep that solid mindset with such a platform of social media and like other people? Well, you do have a lot of, your mom brothers and stuff are married too. So is that like a lot of like what keeps that strong like boundary around you?
I don't have any friends really that I can really call friends from my like high school days, childhood days. My friends were developed through my football teammates in college, and as well as my line brothers, especially my line brothers. We have group chats. Like if someone needs help with something, we reach out to the other one. We support each other as black men because it's a lot of things that's deterring us from each other in society. So
shout out to my Sands too. I love all of y'all.
So we my line, we make it a obligation to be in each other's lives. I may not be as close with one line brother than I am the other, but at the same time, you can call me. My phone number's been the same since 2007. So whoever wants to contact me and you need help, you want to talk about anything, just call me. And I told my line brothers that when we were crossing, I never knew we'd be this close.
Right.
I feel like blood brothers with these guys. Yeah. So they support you. Like if we're having problems with our significant other, we know that we can go to our line brothers and ask like, hey, am I tripping? And like I expect criticism from Mike was my best man, so my line was my best man. So if there's anything going on, I'll hit him up like, yo, Mike, am I tripping? Like, should I chill out? Like,
you gotta ask yourself those type of questions because a lot of times we are tripping.
And they'll tell you like my line, you wildin', yo, you need to chill out.
Yeah, you guys are tripping.
And y'all be tripping too.
Yeah.
And I just like that support outside of family. My line brothers, they definitely, and 3 of them are married now, so it's 4 of us total out of 11. Mike just got engaged, right? Mike just got engaged.
Shout out to Mike. That was beautiful.
So
was he singing?
No,
it was somebody else singing.
Yeah, it was someone else.
I was gonna say he has a lot of strength because I would not be able to sing.
So it's always funny because a lot of people that know us, like Shaniqua and all them, like our Sands and stuff, always joke with us like, did y'all have like a wedding pact or something?
Yeah, because it's like a
because the last 2 years, four people have been
married
married in the last 2 years.
I was gonna ask what order that happened in.
So my A started it, which is kind of, that's cliche, but my A started it, and then Juan got married last April. I got married in September, and Aramis got married in October.
Right.
So, and that was crazy because those were back to back. And originally, both our dates was October 7th. And it was like, all right, so who's gonna?
That's a lot of money.
So because mine was in Virginia, his was in South Carolina, and then we had line brothers that couldn't make my wedding because they, chose which one, which is fine. I didn't feel any way about it because we have line brothers on the West Coast, like Castle. My deuce is in Seattle, So it's hard for him to get coast to coast. Will's in California.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I understand if you can't make it to the wedding, but I know you still love me. You'll still send the donation that we.
I was about to say.
So they still sent money in that blessing. So.
Second best part of the wedding.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
for sure.
So just having that support system of my line brothers, that's why it's the epitome of a fraternity, to have each other's backs. That's the main thing, brotherhood. That's in all of our, all our aims and everything with our fraternities. It's dealing with some type of brotherhood. And then the second thing would be the service. So, and then we can have brothers where you can go do service in the community, like my older brother from Fall 07, Stephen Dent. Shout out to you. He has a program called No Father, No Excuse.
Okay.
So it's like he connects with kids and like guys in their church. In the community, if you don't have a father, you can come to them, talk to them. They have a podcast now, the Locker Room Podcast. Him, Wiggy, and Ferg, they all have a podcast now.
And he's about to get married too.
Ferg is about to get married. I'm actually going. It's coming up in like a couple months. So I guess all E.A.T's getting married.
So I guess all black men,
shout out to black men.
Black men.
All black men ain't that.
Black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat. A lot of people getting married.
Yeah, black men don't cheat either.
Right.
That's right.
So Gary, let's go in and swivel real quick. So Gary, all right. So you crossed a little later, right? So we were young and dumb when we did what we did, right? So with that, did you have like a different mindset going into like the frat, like, because you did your partying, you did I don't know what you did, but I mean I was there a little bit. You did a few things, you know what I'm saying, prior to crossing or whatever. So what kept your motivation to to keep going with the frat? Because a lot of people, once it's no shade, but a lot of people, once they get to a certain point and like maybe there's not going to be a line, maybe they know for a fact that that specific chapter is not coming back to that campus, like they don't pursue it as well. But lo and behold, campus came back on our campus. That was a beautiful thing, and people had that opportunity. Like, what kept you motivated to continue that journey?
I would say what kept me motivated to continue that particular journey. I had met a older EZ bro that kind of mentored me. Okay. Oh my, good look, chicken. My man. Look, that chicken was good. That chicken was good. But yeah, shout out to Bob Z, man. But he had said something to me early on, like, Kappa don't make men, men make Kappa.
Oh, well.
You know what I'm saying? And I think I crossed my 4th year in college. I was a man by then. My daughter may have been like 2-3 years old.
You had a kid, and you disappeared real quick. Came back.
So and then it was just something. It was something for me, myself. Like that was a goal.
Right.
When I set a goal, I accomplished it. No matter how much time it takes, even with like my finances right now, regardless of the time that it's gonna take for me to be debt free.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Financial independence is gonna happen.
Right. Absolutely.
So for me, it was just more so. It was something that I wanted. I tell a lot of young guys like all the time, like it's young guys in Norfolk State right now that want to get down with Kappa. And I tell them all the time, man, like if it's Kappa that you want, you can have it. Right. You might not get easy, but you can have Kappa. There's ways, you know what I'm saying? So some cats they fire die out because they didn't get the undergraduate experience. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want, you don't really want it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
More to it.
It's more to it than that. So you gotta check yourself out.
Oh, thanks.
So yeah, I know I've been chilling. You see, I got.
Good morning,
I'm
Mr. West.
looking up to y'all right now, so I'm soaking in everything, all the knowledge.
Yes.
So for those who don't know what Greek life is like, could you explain what the significance is about with Greek life?
Yes.
Everyone has a different experiences with Greek life. Some people are in it for glitz and glam. So you have those that's like want their undergrad so they can be seen and party. They can party all the time. They can be on campus with their letters on, just to be seen. Then you have guys that's really willing to work in a frat. My fraternity, Alpha Alpha, is it's changed me as a man. I was young, coming in college. I was doing stupid stuff in college on the football team. Like I started mature my junior to senior year, and my mentor when I came in, he played football. He had just crossed Alpha in Fall 06 and Centennial Line, so he had a lot to mentor me about, not about fraternity stuff, just about life. He was a country boy too, from Emporia, Virginia. Yeah,
sorry.
Emporia, Virginia. Yeah. So he's old. He knew the type of life I came from. I connected with him on a level before I knew even before I knew he was an Alpha. My dad's a Sigma, which is kind of it's usually people want you to be whatever they are.
Of course.
He gave me a choice. He told me to be my own man. And your walk through life, everyone's walk through life is different. So my interaction with Alpha may be different than my 5 on my line or my Jewel on my line, which is my 7. Everybody has different walks of life, and that's a beautiful thing. Everyone comes together as one, basically. Greek life is amazing. I don't knock anyone that doesn't like Greek life. People think it's gangs and stuff like that, but if they really,
to African,
gang. If they really knew,
I remember when I told my mom, I said, "Mommy, I want to be AK." She said, "Oh, you want to do gang?"
Yeah. Either that, or they think
it's a society.
Society.
Yeah, society.
So it's not at all. I mean, you have people that denounce their letters.
Shout out to my mom. I'm sorry. I know you're listening, Mama. I'm sorry.
You have people that denounce their letters and everything because they've been influenced by outside knowledge that don't know. Like we've had guys that I brought in that's like denounce their letters and they don't want to be associated with the fraternity when they're looking at it on the surface. You got to go deep in Alpha or Kappa, Omega, Sigma, whatever it is. Everyone has their roots, and the roots, like I said, is brotherhood, is service, and you'll be surprised how many people that are Greek, sororities and fraternities from the Divine Nine that are in power positions. And they didn't get there because they were AKA or Delta or Alpha. They got there because of what was taught to them through growing through Alpha, AKA and Delta. Mm-hmm. You learn a lot of things, and I don't really have any grudges at all with no fraternities. People think, oh, you're Alpha, you hate the Qs. Right. My closest friends in college are Pi Gamma. PG is my boys. Mm-hmm. Shout out to PG. Easy, I'm real close with. Cool. And a lot of the younger, like Gary and them, I'm cool with a lot of them too. But I knew them before they became Kappa, so it was like, oh, you're Kappa? Okay, cool. You still the same person. Yeah.
Hey, man, I just want to let everybody know, life before Greek life was the life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And that was another thing I was going to say because I'm going to come to y'all too. Because we just know each other from school. But another thing with that, being Greek, because it kind of, it didn't mess me up a little bit, but being as though I was young, I think I was like 18 when I crossed. Yeah, I was 8. Yeah, I was 18 when I crossed, right? So imagine it was just like a lot of partying and a lot of, like, it was a lot. It was just
you see the surface.
Yeah, it's always service and whatever, but like as far as like social stuff as well, you see a lot of people see that, but they don't realize that you have to put in work as well. And being older, being 28, like me doing coat drives and me like wanting to talk to people and just talk to these men about what they're doing in like the community. That's literally what it's about. Yeah, you can have fun. You're always gonna have fun. Like me and Gary, like we were out there having fun regardless of whatever, regardless of a letter, like some, but at the end of the day, if you really want to make a difference or literally put like your stamp on the world, like with whatever little you have, it's great to go through an organization like that because it stands for that and it stands for our people.
And it keeps you focused.
Very much so, because I've never seen a good 3.7 so fast in my life, like when I was trying to cross. So yeah, it's definitely a straight and arrow type of situation.
My highest GPA, I was trying to become an alpha.
Yeah.
That semester I had a 3.
Yeah.
That semester I had a 3.8. So I was at a 2.95, right?
Oh
as a cumulative. That semester put me as a honor graduate. So I went from 2.95. I went up to 3.1 in a 3.8 semester. So
that's when you start talking to teachers. You like, listen, I can't do this right now. I'm going to the lab. Like, you remember your passwords and your email. Like, it's a good look, and I really recommend people, young kids to do it. I don't know how it is. I don't know how Greek life is now. Yeah, it has to be different. It has to be different because it's a lot of footwork that we did.
Yeah, I feel like for y'all, it was definitely about the work.
Yeah, because we was out here doing campaigns.
Now it's more so about the look.
Like,
but a lot of that still comes down to us as old heads too, on what we're setting example for the new ones that come to the yard, because they could come and just be popping, or they could come in and do some work. Like,
right.
And I think every chapter seeing the best and worst. Like, we had lines like, "Oh, this line."
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Yeah. So we all seen some lines, and and we're like, okay, I'm not too proud of that. And I think we've seen sometimes it's like, damn, well, we didn't have a line because of decisions that we made as well. So I
too popping.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. You get too popping.